In my last video, trying to get as much speed as possible, I found many ideas that I just couldn't afford, which hindered the entire process. Today, I'll be trying to find the best ways to make money in Skyblock to fund my crazy ideas. Jumping right into this, we have starting with minions, arguably the best way to make money in the entire game. If you're rich, I thought to build a container that could hold all 26 available minion slots. Not that I would get to that anytime soon, but just thinking ahead. Okay, heads up, lot of math incoming. Originally I started with clay minions. I had a total of 13 clay minions, all level 9, except for 2 10s and 1 11. I did not do exact math, because that would take too long. What I did instead was create an estimation for each minion's maximum output per day. Put it on this pop-up on the screen right now, because I haven't figured out how I'm going to display it yet. What that pop-up should be saying is that I had 13 total minions that were all either level 9, 10, or 11, with a daily output of around 29,000 per day. Do the math and you get about 377,000 coins per day. This was complete garbage, and I needed a lot more than that to fund my ideas. Clay minions were an outdated strategy for money, so I researched a new type of minion that would produce even more. And what did I end up with? Snow minions. Another outdated strategy, but it was the cheapest thing I could think of, because at this point in time, I was flat broke. Okay, I know I said cheap, but these snow minions were purchased for about 8 million coins total, which I learned later was a complete scam. I should have been paying like 4 million for all of these, but it's okay, because these minions are producing money quick enough to where I'll be able to make this money back in days. Like, not a lot of days, like a little days, few days. Not a lot of days, quick, fast. Purchasing snow to upgrade these minions is cheaper than dirt, literally. Each fitted with a super compacted 3000 to minimize inventory usage. Diamond spreading to occasionally produce normal diamonds that become enchanted diamonds. Basically just free money boost, because it's added separately from their normal snow generation. An enchanted lava bucket, which is very self-explanatory. 25% minion speed, unlimited duration. Can't get much better than that. I mean, you can, but still too broke. With this setup, each minion was making about 46,800 coins per day. Since there's 15 of them, in total they would be making 702,000 coins per day. Was this enough? Not really, but what am I gonna do? Start farming manually? Playing the game for real? My first and probably my best idea so far was farming. Since there's a lot of crops in this game, I decided to record 10-minute intervals of farming each individual crop using unboosted, raw farming. Now when I say unboosted, I really mean no temporary stats like potions or turning in pests at this guy's stand, or any other bonuses to my farming fortune. I'll only be using the armor that I'm wearing now, and the tools that I'm using now. I skipped farming melon, cocoa beans, and cactus to save time, but those decisions weren't made arbitrarily. In the past, I had already deduced that melons were basically just an inferior method to farming pumpkins. The output of selling enchanted melons is much less than the output of selling polished pumpkins. Farming cocoa beans is just ineffective because enchanted cocoa beans sell for very little, so the time invested is not worth the money gained. As for cactus, okay, in all seriousness, getting a cactus knife and diving into proper cactus farming would still be way too inefficient, according to some surface level Google investigation I did, which compared it to about the same yields as cocoa beans, which I had seen myself. With those 3 out of the way, all that was left to test were carrots, pumpkins, potatoes, wheat, and sugarcane. Side note, I just want to point out how immediately as I started timing the pumpkin farming, I got a 1 in 100,000 chance occurrence, which completely threw off the count and forced me to restart. With everything set up, here are my results. Pumpkins were definitely the best crop to farm, with sugarcane and wheat coming in a not close second and third. This turns out really well because pumpkins happen to be the best, by far, crop to farm for farming XP, which is something that I would always benefit from, because the higher your farming level, the more crops you yield. So farming in general, pretty good. Decent money, decent time to get the money, good XP. The only issue is that it is boring as hell. After having come up with that conclusion, I tried to find some new, more engaging ways to get money. I thought of killing common enemies in search of rare drops would be a relatively quick and effective way to get lots of money in a short span of time. Looking at the numbers, it's easy to think that, seeing as the EXP share core, which is what I had been initially searching for, sells for about 4.1 million coins. Although it is a 0.01% chance from any enemy found in the deep caverns, I figured by killing enough, there'd be no doubt that I would get at least one. Got me excited for a second. Well, despite what I thought, I farmed in this godforsaken cavern for over 1.5 hours and did not find even a single core. I experienced this false hope a number of times, and with that disappointment I headed to the spider's den. During a thunderstorm in the spider's den, rain slimes will spawn, and with 5% chance, or no, 20% chance, toxic rain slimes will spawn. And now these 20% chance toxic slimes have a 5% chance to drop a poison sample. Each of these sell for about 1 million coins. Thunderstorms occur approximately every 2 hours and 40 minutes in real life time. So you gotta be there, you gotta catch it when it comes. But the main issue is that once that time does come, there is a lot of competition for these toxic poison samples. The difficulty doesn't lie in searching for the drop. The drop is actually kind of common. I got 2 in one thunderstorm, uncontested. But when you are contested, and man, that is gonna be frequently, it's hard to even get a single kill on these toxic slimes. But I think it's still worth it despite that, because if you manage to get some of these, that's at least 1 million coins in 20 minutes, which is how long the thunderstorm lasts. So overall, it's a good idea just to be there and try and get some. Overall, farming for rare drops, not super ideal. Probably just stick to the farming. That's a lot more consistent, a lot more reliable. Those were all the ideas that I could come up with to try and get money in this game. Try and decrease my broke status. That's all I could find today, but I'm always experimenting, always trying new things in this game, trying to come up with crazy, innovative ways. Usually they don't work, but here I am anyway, because I need that money. That black cat pet is not going to buy itself. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your patronage. Like, sub, do whatever you want. I don't care. I just am glad that you're here. Thank you for being my fan or my hater. I don't care. Glad to be making content for everybody. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in a while. Probably not going to upload for a while, but bye.